Hi everyone. Hey tubies. So I was wanting to do a video showing you guys how I do my sort of year draw from my oracle cards and how I lay them out and everything. I got up super early so that the little one was still asleep, so there was no distraction or anything like that, or little fingers moving the cards. And I started doing it, and it sort of got a little personal, I guess. It started got really intense. Basically, I've got a year of complete change. The first 6 months are going to be absolute hell, if it's anything like I imagine it is with my personality. But yeah, basically it got really intense. I drew cards I have never drawn before, which is an excitement and yet it's really scary. And basically I had a hard time remembering the camera was rolling. I kind of got more excited and I needed to breathe, and I needed to take a few minutes to kind of process the information, and I figured I'd redo the video. So let's begin, shall we? Okay, the light in here is horrible, but hopefully you guys can see okay. This is the deck. It is the Oracle of Shadows and Light. I absolutely love these cards. They are by far my absolute favorite. I was only ever called to one other deck, and sadly I never purchased it. And then when I went back, a couple days later it was gone. So obviously that one wasn't meant to be. This one was. My table's filthy, I apologize, but that's what happens when you eat with a toddler. So let's get started here. Obviously you're going to want to shuffle your cards and whatnot. I'm just going to lay them out how I would usually. Hopefully it can all fit in the camera screen here, as it's a little long. So my first line would start off with the year cards. Now I'm just gonna flip them face up, just like how I would for myself. But I haven't shuffled, I haven't done anything with the deck. The deck isn't set for me right now, so yeah. So I'd start off with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. So you'd start off with your base 12, that's usually what I do. And you're looking at it from the camera's point of view as though I would be laying it out in front of me. So if I was sitting where you are looking at it from there. The next row is, I do just 6, so basically the monthly theme, or like every 2 months, this is going to be sort of the tying in purpose, the additional lesson within the 12 months of the year. Now, you can get as detailed as you want, you can do absolutely anything. You could go the other way, and so for every month you could draw 3 cards or 4 cards for every week or whatever, depending on how detailed you want. I just wanted to do a very basic one. The next one is the 6 months. So the 2 things that I'm going to struggle with the most for the 6 months. So the first half and the second half, just kind of like overall lesson I have to learn. And then of course I will put 1 down for the year. So this card would represent the whole year. These 2 would represent the first and last 6 months. These would be sort of tips on how to move through from one month to the next with the changes. And then of course you have your base 12 months. So that's how I do that. So that is how I sort of do my layout. Obviously you can get super in depth with it. You can go many more times than that, and kind of play around with it your own way. That's just sort of how I felt I needed to do mine. And I do apologize, I originally had a video that was a lot more in depth, where I actually got to show you some of the cards and talk about some of the cards, and discover cards with you, but it got super emotional for me. I know at the 6 months, at about 6 months in, I started just getting really teary-eyed. I wanted to cry just because it was going to be really, really intense. By month 10, I was laughing. I was super excited and stoked. Thank you. Thank you. By the end of everything, by looking at all of the cards, I was quite happy. Now, I do recommend you writing it down, just because I like to do it as I read all the cards and then I write it all down in the way I interpret it now. So the things that come to mind. So if I'm reading a card and a specific person comes to mind, I'm gonna kind of write their name down and sort of kind of flag it on the paper of this is who I was thinking of at the beginning of the year. And then 6 months in, at the end of the year, I can look back and I can say, that isn't what it meant. This is what it meant, or I was right, I was on the money. So basically, my overall theme for this year is pretty intense. It's making my own mark and being aware of the people who are trying to copy me, who are imitating me, who are trying to just suck the life out of me. And basically all of it has to do through major transitions, yeah, it's gonna be very interesting this year. Hopefully I'll be able to bring you guys with me. Hopefully we'll be able to discuss things and work things through and whatnot. And I know I'm just sort of rambling now at this point, but let me know if you guys want to see the changes as I go from month to month. The first 6 months are gonna be brutal, let me tell ya. Are you happy you can see yourself now? And it's obviously gonna be very interesting too, because I have this one. You have got cheese in your hair. How did that happen? Unedited footage. Yeah, let me know if you guys want to see how my year progresses. I'm hoping to do a video regularly this year. We'll see what happens. Things are really crazy. The beginning of this year is already a mess and a right shit show. I've got family members in the hospital. I have family members moving. I have people that have just managed to get so under my skin. They make my skin crawl at this point when I think about them. So it's very much... Did you bonk your head on something?
Yeah.
Yeah? Yeah. I love you. You wiping your hand off? Oh, there you go. Yeah, they're gonna hurt now, aren't they? So, this is my life. That's how I did my year sort of glance into the future. And I'd love to know what you guys are found for this year for your changes and the big movements that are going on in your life and what your sort of theme of this year is gonna be. So thanks, and I will see you all later. Bye!